Okay, so the first law, the first thing that Kepler came up with was that the motion of the planets was elliptical. Okay, the planets actually traced ellipses as they went around the sun. Okay, now what's interesting at this point is that, and then the central body. So in this case, if that's a planet, that's the sun would be the central body, right? As one of the focal points, and the other focal point I don't think has any distinct meaning. This was important because there were two models, right? There was I don't know, is that how you spell Ptolemy? I think it is, right? And then there was, of course, Copernicus. Okay, Copernicus was the planets orbit the sun. Ptolemy was that everything orbits the Earth, right? This is the stationary Earth. Okay, Ptolemy had a model though that could predict. Of course, this is not what's happening, right? This is what's really happening, right? Okay, but the one sort of embarrassing thing was that if you wanted to predict where Mars was going to be tonight accurately, you had to use the Ptolemy's model and Ptolemy's calculations. Even though we knew that everything didn't go around the Earth, we had to use the Ptolemaic model to actually predict it because it was so darn accurate. Okay, it was vastly complex and complicated, but it worked. The reason that Copernicus's model did not work was that he said that all the orbits were circular. Well, once you allow them to be elliptical, Copernicus's model works as well as Ptolemy's model. Okay, so this is an important thing, right? And then the other thing that's sort of interesting too is that, golly, I can't remember the people, but there was sort of this group of famous scientists, like I think Halley was one of them, right? Of Halley's Comet, Sir Edmund Halley is that his name? Anyway, there were a group of people that would get together and it's like a gentleman's club, right? And I think they got it out of Sir Isaac Newton. Newton had proved that the path of a planet under the force of gravity that he came up with would actually be elliptical. And when, I think it's Halley, asked him, said to prove it, he eventually published his entire Principia based on this concept.